Yo.
Yo, 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 yo.
Yo. Throw Gang, we are joined by the Louis Farrakhan of fatigues, Lawrence Schlossman, and myself, like Post Malone, the always fatigued James Harris. Welcome to the weekly Running of the Boys with today's full episode only available on patreon.com/throwingfits. Larry, how's your week, bro? I haven't seen you in a minute.
Damn, so now I'm
Actually, no, I have seen you, but we haven't potted in a minute.
So now I'm just aligned with Louis Farrakhan.
Yes.
In terms of what my political and religious views.
The nation of fatigues.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm excited to get back in the swing of things. We've done, what was it like? Yeah, we did 2 AMAs. We did a boys only before that though with Chef, right?
I think so.
I think we just got hammered, dude. I'm basically blackout every time. How are you doing, dude?
Good. I had to clean the crib. I got some nice plants because it's spring. I had to clean the crib because
doing a fucking shoot,
doing a little
here.
video shoot.
Are you self-conscious about that at all?
Well, I had to confirm a million times. Like, yo, you're only doing the living room, right? It's good, so I can
only the vibe corner.
Stash everything, stash all my junk in the bedroom.
Your room is a disaster right now.
Yeah, fits everywhere.
Clean
John's
your room.
everywhere. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the fucking chicken nugget pillow. Travis Scott, thank you once again for just inundating me with Travis Scott merch.
Stash that, dude.
I might just
put it on the
toss
balcony.
I might toss
it over. Just toss it out the window, dude. If you come across a stray chicken nugget in Greenpoint, it has been fucked.
I was walking back past from the fucking butcher, copping some chicken yesterday, and saw these like high school kids. I guess it was like when school got out, and I wanted to be like, "Yo, does anyone want a gently used Travis Scott chicken McNugget pillow that has a little bit of a shape, a in the bottom by accident?"
This is why you're not supposed to talk to strangers.
I know. Or kids.
Because some gross 35-year-old man
I'm 25.
giving you a pre-fucked chicken nugget body pillow off the street.
It's my mother's box.
Yeah, it is your mother's box. Which is my joke. You know, you watch the Snyder Cut. All I could think about is that mother's box is what Mike Pence calls his wife's pussy, and that is in front of the fucking wall because that's what we do. But yes, we were just trying to get title. We're trying to get the title shoehorned in there. Welcome to the Mother's Box episode of the only podcast that matters. Let's do a fit check real quick. We got so much pants talk to get through. We about to go full fucking QVC, full fucking shill. Like only we can. Why don't you start us off, sir?
I love some sick pants, but I'm in some Nike socks, the pod shorts,
ankle socks,
some what did I say? Pod? What did I say?
You said no. You just said I'm in some Nike socks, but you wear ankle socks. I do not wear ankle socks.
What do you wear?
I wear calf socks that I might squish down to get a little bit of a textured vibe, or I'm not wearing socks at all.
All right, these are quarter length. Sometimes I'll do below the ankle. To be honest,
you'll wear those with shorts, like wearing newbies.
Yeah. Not really.
Do you mix brand?
I actually don't really like it. No, I don't mix brand.
So what socks do you wear when you wear New Balances? Because I know you don't own any New Balance
Muji,
socks. Okay.
NA, Anonymousism. Now the fucking
JE?
The JE Slubbos.
Ooh, a little fucking free preview. That's what I got on too. The creams.
Right, let's get through this. I got the pod shorts on the ass because my pants are here on exhibition in front of, again, this lovely
what a great arrangement.
Little vibe I put together. Plantscape. And then the Drees up top, which I wasn't expecting to wear it, but we were taking photos before this, and it was like, yo, we actually haven't taken a fit pic with the pants in just a fucking campy. And lo and behold, because these pants go with everything, fucking,
of course, by design.
Your hashtag menswear shit, my fucking grimy talking to teenagers about chicken McNugget pussy vibes.
Yeah,
works with everything.
Your dirtbag Brooklyn vibes.
So the Drees camp up top, which still smells like Jonah Hill Day. 1 or 2. No, 2.
It hasn't been cleansed in the waters of Lake Minnetonka since then.
And Hanes boxers.
And what are we drinking real quick? Because I know this
is a light juicy red from Mendoza, Argentina. Mendoza
Viva
is
la Revolucionaria.
Mendoza, yeah, it's a very silly label with a fucking pirate on it, but it's delicious and it's cheap, most importantly, because we had some accounting errors, some tax errors. Patreon.com/throwingfits.
Please.
If you love the boys, if you want to help us out
please, my family is so thirsty. Yeah.
So like, give me your cheapest Argentine wine.
What are we talking? What's the damage on a bottle of that?
Price-wise?
Yeah.
18.
Oh, okay.
But low alc content, 10.5. It's barely above a cacti.
Damn, dude. Okay, so we're going to need a couple bottles of those just to get through this. I am wearing I wore my R. Lagace camion boots
I'm always jealous that you get to do footwear and lightweight outerwear.
You could have said I wore our Legace loafers when we did the boys only fit pick. You could have said that. I mean, no one's stopping you. So I wore my Camion boots here. Shout out to Joker. Basically the best flow that I've probably gotten. I was gonna say all year, but it's still early. But honestly, even including last year, I'm not sure I've gotten a better gift from the homies in those robust,
nothing hits,
rounded square.
Nothing hits like an Our Legacy pack.
I love those. And those look just as good with these fatigues as loafs, which is I think a power to our creative genius. I am wearing the only summer fatigues that matter on the ass. I have on a white moleskin pearl snap hair by Rob McMillan.
Yeah, we're both sporting fantastic haircuts now, by the way.
He went to Mildred. And and to the fucking wrist watchers watching my wrist in your fucking Twitter comments.
Oh yeah.
Your reply guys.
It is a Rolex.
Yes, of course I'm wearing a Rolex. You think I would wear a Rolex hat without owning a fucking beautiful Sea Dweller? Come on. What am I, fucking Joey from Friends? Get the fuck out of here. Don't watch my wrist watch TV.
Sick Friends TV reference.
I'm referencing the reply guy's terrible reference.
Okay.
Because I'm so fucking cool. And I am wearing Hanes Supreme boxer briefs, as I always do.
Let's talk about these pants.
A complete fit check and drink check.
Fit check, drink check complete. Let's talk about these fucking pants in front of the paywall, because we do want to give the... smells like broken here. We're in front of the paywall. We do want to give the Broke Boys a little preview of what is dropping. When the fuck does this come out? Tomorrow. Thursday.
The pod
comes, a week from today.
The pod comes out tomorrow.
Pre-order opens
April 1st. It is not an April Fool's joke. The pants are coming out on April 1st for $198.
Free shipping.
We hit the free shipping. We hit the fucking sub 200 price point. I think these are like the cheapest pants that 316 has ever released. And that's not because they're not quality. We just, that's what we can bring to the table. We advocate on behalf of the fucking homies.
Yeah, you know where that's hitting us? The margins. You know where the margin, where small margins are hitting us? The fucking tax man. The tax man is not impressed with the fact that we owe
the city of New York tens of thousands of dollars.
Never open a business in New York
due to an accounting oversight. So we're working through that. But yes, the pants drop on the 1st. They're going to be available for 72 hours.
Pre-order,
right?
Yeah. 316, which built a fucking goddamn empire on pants. Mm-hmm. Again, these are the cheapest pants, not because they are cheap. They were going to originally sell for $240, and we're like, Andrew, come on, bro.
You know what we're working with over here.
We're in front of the paywall. It's broke boy hours. We need to go sub 200.
The particulars are, it is a very subtle two-tone, 8.5 ounce twill.
Let me show the two-tone up close on the camera.
One
rich
fabric
friends.
is a completely unbleached natural twill, which is why you get this kind of like natural flecking, which you'll probably see. James, can you Vanna White that for me? And then the alternating fabric is a bleached twill, but bleached to be like a more natural off-white. So you basically have a super subtle, if you know, two-tone off-white summer fatigue. The weight is fucking immaculate. That is the thing for me that really fucking jumps off the legs. Is that 8 now? Yes, they have drawstrings. You can cinch the bottom. It is a standard. We are doing sizes 28 to 40 for all shapes and all fucking sizes. There is a standard 30-inch inseam, which is a bit shorter than what you would normally get from 316. That is an aesthetic choice that James and I made. And any tailor worth his fucking weight in fucking thread will be able to keep the cinch bottom if you want it. If you don't want the cinch bottom, just pull the drawstrings out. That you can do that too.
I've been cinching, actually.
You're a cinch boy. I'm kind of letting it rock.
Bro, cinch up, not grinched up. I didn't know. So I was a little anti-cinch coming into this, but because
Do you own other like cargos or fatigues?
I have jogger PTSD. That's what it is. I have fucking,
totally, dude. Totally.
Published brand just fucking did a number on me, and I'm still.
You have PTSD.
I have 9/11 and jogger PTSD.
You have post-traumatic jogger disorder.
Exactly, PTJD. And so I was a little like, I don't know. Also, the fucking, I really don't like the way what Kanye was doing, where he was like hiking up his sweats.
Oh, sure.
Wearing the socks. Like, I really hated that, and I really hated all the fucking Kanye clones that were doing that. So I was a little worried about that, but I've been doing a kind of like a half cinch where it definitely tapers down to the ankle, but it's not choking. My shit does not need a respirator. Unlike Fraser Tharp's shits.
Speaking of that taper, so this is our fatigue is based on Andrew and 316 in-house fatigue, which is he took the OG 107, which was the standard issue from the Army from the
decades.
50s to like the late 80s, early 90s
to Reagan era,
and he basically is keeping that kind of like fuller straight leg, but it is tapered very slightly. This is supposed to be worn, I would say, whoa, that would have been bad, in a more relaxed fashion. And the sizing tip that you and I have is we each went up one size to get a little bit more loose, rakish vibe that again, you can cinch those, you can let it hang like I do. You're a true 32, you got a 33.
Yeah.
I'm a true 33, I got a 34.
And these sit perfectly. Yeah. Now they sit perfectly on the hips because it is meant to like.
It is a little bit of a higher rise.
It is meant to be like a fucking, Don Draper high
which
waist,
I fucking love, dude. That's my whole fucking steez.
But I can hike them up and they can like sit on the belly on the Get Money gut. But no, I like to sag a little bit.
The stats on these are fucking real deal for all of the kind of information that will not make it onto the pod because snore. You can get that when they drop on 316's website. There is going to be an extremely thorough measurement chart for fucking everything that you could, because we know that you guys, you fucking ask a lot of questions. It's your hard-earned money. It's up to you to spend it fucking properly. We totally understand.
DM inbox 0.
Yeah, and I think you could also you can hit us.
Hit Andrew, though, for like the technical.
Yeah, hit Andrew. But we're answering customer service. Andrew is the fucking best. Talk about a great guy to fucking collab with. Holy shit.
I mean, he said it best where you and I, like, at times I think that we get hung up on the details. And I think that what we do, the way that we work together is always great because, like, you'll kind of want to go full turbo and then I'll pull you back. Or I'm a little like, maybe I'm conservative and you bring me closer to the edge,
or freaky,
or I want to get freaky and you pull me back. So we're never on the same wavelength, which is actually a strength, right? You see this in every product we do, which eventually we do come to unanimous consent on everything, but consensus,
but also designed. Made in the USA, designed in the USA, and made and designed with consent.
Designed with consent.
Yo, the original version of these were crazy. There was a statement pant. There was a seed that was planted that was going to potentially be a very turbo as this kind of idea, because it's still the same for all intents and purposes, but it was going to be a lot more pronounced. And it was eventually scaled back in a way that I think will appeal to as many people as possible.
Well, you and I, despite you being a self-proclaimed swatch god, I think that we still struggle with like seeing a 3-inch by 3-inch fucking swatch.
Yeah, cat on your phone.
And want to and imagine that blown up. And I think that if we had gone with the crazier version, it would have been a little too out there. And the way it turned out, like, this is some ultimate, and I hate to say it, if you know, where like, you're not going to see the contrast at first,
right?
But when you do see it, when other people see it, it's fucking seared into your little pea-sized brain, where it is going to be one of those kind of like wink and nudge type things.
I think the vibe for us was like we went the peacock route, and it was a bit much. And the final sample that is ultimately going to that is being shot right now and is going to make it into production is definitely a thing that it's for the wearer, right? It's for the person who's wearing it, and like, yo, you can show your fucking John's enthusiast homies, and like people are going to get it. But for the most part, the way that I kind of envisioned these, when I'm on my fucking super above the ear fucking mustard shit, was like, this is somewhere between your stark white Dickies kind of painter pant that you see a lot of people wearing, which is very cool. I have white painter pants, and a typical olive drab fatigue. This is like somewhere in the middle, and it really feels like a best of both worlds scenario. And then when you tack the weight on here, this is truly the perfect summer pant as far as we are concerned. So that's simple.
That's the thing that blew me, and I know you were talking about this while I was fucking Vanna Whiting up there, but that's what blew us both out of the water, was the weight of this, and that it is a perfect pant. And I think that Andrew, this is what I was trying to say earlier, like, while we were hung up on the details and kind of hemming and hawing, or like, throwing out
arguing
ideas
amongst ourselves
and like thinking of like crazy marketing and shit, he was just like, guys, let's just make the best product,
which is what he's about,
and it's going to resonate.
Yeah.
And that's all you need to know about 316. That's all you need to know about how fucking, out there we are. And that, like, he said that, such a simple statement, and we're like, damn, this guy's a genius.
Yeah, for real.
And it's the reason why 316 is fucking been successful and still growing steadily, not in like fits and starts on some crazy like the stock emojis, but it just like a slow, steady growth over a decade plus, which is why Andrew is the fucking man. 316 is like a brand that you either have just getting to know now and falling in love with, or have known about for a decade, and you're like, yes, it's solid, it's reliable. There's the reason why like Moy has been fucking with it for 10, 12 years.
That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know.
I think that when we had Andrew on the pod, and I don't want to perjure myself too much, but I think I was someone who, and first of all, the reconnection that we've had with Andrew because of the podcast and his support for us, and then obviously this collaboration has like really been the best part of doing this, right? Even though we're going to sell hundreds of pairs of pants, and we'll finally be able to personally pay off Bill de Blasio, holding our fucking LLC.
Bill,
hostage.
Stop driving to Park Slope, bro. I'm not trying to pay your gas bill.
But I think that honestly, I've been underrating, I think, 316 and Andrew and his team for a while because, like, there's been so many fucking trends, many of them pointless, so many useless collabs, like we talked about with JE, over the course of the past 10 years. And you and I have, ridden some of those waves. We have rallied against some of them, but he being Andrew and 316 really has been this consistent force in menswear. They have this beautiful new store, and kind of reintroducing ourselves to the brand has made me kind of fall in love with what they've been doing all over again. So if you are one of the people if you're one of the throw game that discovered 316, discovered Andrew through the pod and hopefully through this collaboration as well, then like, welcome to the fucking Thunderdome. We're happy to have you because I get it. I
want to tell a story about Andrew and 316, and I've told this story in like partial segments before, but I want to tell it in its entirety because this is like, it does tie into a lot right now with like Asian American hate crimes, just racism and where America is in general, and kind of like where I'm at right now, where we're at right now, attaining some level of success. And we get a lot of questions from young go-hards that are like, how do I get my foot in the door? How do I start making
get in the game?
Yeah. How do I get in the game? And Andrew is one of these rare guys, and I put him alongside like Yoakum from Our Legacy, where when I was a young fucking scrub with
a gutter sniper,
2 nickels to my name,
2 nickels that you couldn't rub together to form an $5 foot long,
an LLC.
Yeah, right.
Literally just like tapping into savings from my previous job to like pay the rent and while interning BPMW. So, BPMW, one of the brands they repped was this sneaker brand called Clay. It's still around. It's by this Korean dude out of LA, or Korean American guy, Sung Choi, who was one of, I think, 2 or 3 people behind PNB Nation, which is a forerunner of Supreme.
Yeah.
They're like streetwear 1.0, like late 80s into the 90s. So obviously this guy has a fucking, has all the...
He had the pedigree.
Exactly. So BPMW's like, yo, James, do you want to shill some sneakers for like $200?
And by want to, it's like, do this.
Yeah, but it's also like, here's like some extra, under the table cash. I was like, yes, for sure. That's, nice. I don't know, what's 200?
You don't got to pay tax on that.
What's 200 divided by 5? That's 40 footlongs, bro.
Yeah.
That's 80 meals.
Exactly, dude. I can do the math.
Yeah, that's 56 nights. So of course I said, yes, I'll do it. And whatever. I showed up to, it was a group, sale.
It's like a pop-up thing, but not 4 pop-ups. Yeah.
In the Wyden and Kennedy space in like West Tribeca, West Soho, like Varick, off like Varick and Houston. And it was curated by Phil Chang.
Shout out Phil. We love Phil.
Who's a homie of ours. You've gotten to know him pretty closely over the years. He's a fan and doing great things out there as like an activist and an artist.
He's the real deal. And a fucking marketing creative genius.
So it was 316 was there. Eddie Wong, talk about fucking, timeliness. Eddie Wong was shilling Bauhaus. It was before Bauhaus opened. He was testing kind of the concept.
It would have been just about to open because this is how long ago is this?
This has got to be like 2010, 2011.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Eddie Wong and his brother Ethan were just shilling Bauhaus, and they took pity on me because they knew I was such a broke boy. that they gave me
a booth boy.
They gave me free bows, but only the vegetarian option because like the meat was like a little too expensive. So they're like, yo, here's a fried broccoli bow.
No one wants these. Here you go. Garbage disposal.
I had known Gian DeLeon from the internet, and I saw he came and he was interviewing Noah Johnson, Narc Dad at Complex, and fucking Jake Wolf was there selling bracelets for Berkman Bros.
The one non-notable Asian American Jake Wolf.
Right. I met Miss Info for the first time, and as a kid growing up in New York, I listened to Hot 97, throughout my whole childhood, and I went up to her and I was so nervous, but I was like
starstruck.
I was starstruck, but I was inspired by Eddie, by Gian, by Andrew, by all these, by Phil, by all these cool Asian dudes that for the first time this kind of resonated with me. Well, that I was like, damn, like we're not fucking scrubs. Like we are actually out here and like doing cool things and like not just fucking passive math nerds. I went to Miss Info and I was like, yo, a few years ago, Buck and Star Wild put out this Tsunami song in 2005, and you stood up to them on air to the detriment of your radio career.
Right.
You were like, yo, this is fucking racist bullshit. What is this? And she kind of got like, waylaid by
that was a tough parody to swallow.
Hot 97. And she was like, yeah, thank you. I fuck with that. And then like, again, years later, just like reconnected and, we got Chuck a job at Stadium Goods. So Andrew was one of the few guys who was already a success, but even though he was successful, he actually spoke to me like I was a human being. He actually gave me real advice. We had real conversations over the course of like 2-3 days. And I guess it really is like, if you're looking to get your foot in the door, you got to seek these people out and you got to like form these real connections by being a nice human being and not like a thirst ball, but just like connecting on a human level. And guess what? 10 years later, you might fucking collaborate with them on the only fatigues that matter.
Exactly.
So this really is like it's crazy when I kind of step back.
It's a full circle moment for sure
about how full circle this is. Yeah. And again, slight goosebumps where like Andrew is one of the first like Asian men where he's like yadded up. He's dressed super fucking fire. Like he has crazy confidence. He's super creative in all facets, not just design. And he like sees something and he goes for it, which is not typical of like an Asian American male, Asian American period in this country. And so for like anyone that was, and shout out to all the people that were been DMing me about like, yo, like as an Asian guy, like it's kind of cool to see like how much, whatever, like swagger and reverence you bring to this
how much podcast. You fuck.
Seriously. Yeah. Horny Jimmy fucks. Great. So to me, like
Andrew, I want to be him when I grow up.
Andrew is that guy, not in the fucking realm, because I know that he's very happily married.
Though he is a confirmed sex haver.
Confirmed two-time sex haver.
2 times, doubled up, double dipped.
But yeah, so sorry, rant over, just like there's a sentimental element to this collaboration, which the same deal with DMA, with Corrado.
Sure. Well, in the 10 years that you and I have been, well, we haven't worked together for 10 years, but over the course of 10 years, doing these projects together, there are these cosigns that happen that feel magical and serendipitous and stick with you and matter more so than maybe like remember that time like we met Kanye at the GQ party, or remember that time that we did, I styled Cardi or whatever, but like these moments that happen. And when Andrew was like, we should work together on something, we're like, are you fucking serious, dog?
Pants, bitch.
Yes, say fucking less, and it really is.
Say important. No more. Say less words.
And I will say, whether or not you want to buy the pants doesn't change that fact. But I will say that of all the collabs we've done, this is the one that I think I said this recently. Is like I really am like maybe the most excited for, and it's easy for us to say that as the collabs keep ratcheting up and keep happening. But I really do mean that, and I can't wait for people to have the opportunity to fucking put their money where our mouth is on the 1st of April.
Bro, yeah, put your money in our mouths. I mean, not to keep fucking, sounding like old heads that are,
do we sound like old
making
heads?
2009 nostalgic and like making our NFTs all about 2009 shit, but it's like Bar Brown, another homie from like 2009, 2010 was like, yo, find the gaps and fill them.
Yes.
And we don't wear pants in the summer.
No, we do not.
These are pants that we will be wearing in the summer.
We're the 5-inch inseam guys. We created that trend to some
Now
degree.
we're the 30-inch drawstring inseam guys.
And I'm not saying that we are not going to wear 5-inch inseam baggies and the only pod shorts that matter and all that stuff. But I am a guy that I would not wear pants during the summer. I will be, and I think that anyone who buys these, you're talking about a fucking workhorse. Bro. You're not going to overheat. They're going to look good with all your footwear, hoodies, all your fucking tops.
Tucked in like the tuck all tops over here.
Tucker Carlson.
Regular campy. Tucker Carlson.
But who's a worse adjacency? Louis Farrakhan, Larry Farrakhan, or Tucker Barlson?
It's Tucker Barlson. Yo, Tucker, gargle my Barlson. There are a few people that I would say yes to. Andrew's one of them when they're like, yo,
do you Tucker gargle my ball, son? Is that what you're missing?
Yes. That could also be the episode title.
Yes.
There are very few people in this world that I would say yes to when they're like, yo, it's going to be...
That you would say yes to.
25 degrees with the wind on Monday.
Oh, Jesus
Let's
Christ.
go shoot these at L&B Spumoni Gardens, which is a fucking blastic institution. Maybe you see them on Food God or the Kardashians.
When you said that we hadn't worn it with a camp yet, I was thinking in my mind, like, yeah, that's because the last time we wore these, it was literally freezing, and we had to pretend, give the illusion of just a boys' summer
vibes, bro. I mean, Spumoni in the summer is a vibe in that it's like 80% fucking, Blue Lives Matter Goombas,
dude,
and then 20% hipster tourists that are fucking, took their Subaru crosshatch Outbacks or whatever.
The only place that hipster is still used as a pejorative is literally in the parking lot at Spumoni Gardens.
Yo, so we show up. I'm fucking freezing. I got the big ass Art Lagace coat on. I'm already in the pants because I'm like, and I got the Uniqlo Heat Techs on. Shout out Janice.
That was smart.
Send me some masks, by the way. And what shoes was? Oh, some dead stock on ice.
You und'd them.
EG New Balance V5s. Yes, they're V5s, but it's the fucking it's the EG collab.
Yeah.
Relax,
which is honestly was a very artistic choice to call back to the mismatched nature of the pants. And we're not going to pretend like we invented that. Even Andrew, who does like a very like more louder mismatched mixed media fatigue that you've worn on the pod before. I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due. I mean, that's EG's whole bag. Like that's what they do. But yes, the
you know what? The person that called me out on the V5s, guess what? You have an untrained eye. You are not a true Johns enthusiast because you could not see that if you know mismatched.
Yeah. It's kind of like the whole appeal of the pants.
But so I'm sitting there with fucking Fenny, Andrew. They're like, yo, pretty brave of you to do this. I'm pretty brave of me. Like we have to do this today.
It was your idea. It was their idea.
While waiting for your ass on the fucking N train.
Yeah,
you didn't want to take a car. Fenny was like, "Yo, I heard the guys," and we purposely did it like what 4 o'clock.
Yeah, we timed it
on an off hour, but there's still like fucking firefighters.
There was a ton of Blue Lives Matters crowd, and first of all, I showed up a little late. I had to piss so bad. Their bathrooms were not open because it is obviously the middle of a panini, as you would like to say. But also because it was so cold and I was traversing via subway versus a car because I didn't want to show up car sick. I didn't want to, get my tummy all rumbling. I get car sick all the time, dude. I'm a little baby.
When you're not driving?
Yeah. Even when we split that Uber home, I was like,
really? Because you're always on your phone?
No, I was talking to you. It's just the motion sickness sometimes. It's not, I'm not, listen.
Oh, Wowie's belly has a widow weight.
I can fly and I can sail and I can ride with the best of them.
Wowie
But yo, listen, I knew
you
that
can sail with the best of them.
I had been starving myself all day because I was excited to fucking eat fucking square grandma slices. Pump. What is that called? Is it a grandma slice? What would you call it?
I think they just called it, what
do they call it?
Andrew, being the fucking cool guy, was like, yo, let me get a tray.
Yo, if you go to Spumoni, act like you know. If you know, and now you know, you got to act like you've been there before, or else you're going to get called a hipster faggot.
Like we did
to your face, or excuse me, not to your face because it was under. This is not a joke, by the way. This was some under the breath talk, which I was expecting it to maybe be more in your face, not some kind of like, it felt little Twitter fingers.
Nah, I mean, they had their Punisher vests on.
A lot of good car decals outside there. But so I had worn jeans because I was cold and I was taking the subway.
What do you expect? Like, do you think we were going to be able to change like a porta potty?
I was going to pull up, dap up the homies, hit a fucking restroom, go pee, and then change from my jeans to the fatigues. And I didn't, so I had to get naked in the parking lot with nothing but Fenny's, what is it, like Camry, whatever, like door covering me.
They were right to call you a fag.
So it didn't start off ideally, but we hit our groove and it was freezing, but it was delicious. I never had it before. It was very
tough
good.
to hit our groove. You did eat 6 slices, so I think that you were a little distracted by the pizza. I was like, Lawrence, look this way, as I'm wont to do. I took creative control, as I'm wont to do.
Andrew and Fenny were like, yo, like, save us some pizza. I was just like crushing them, dude. I was like, oh, you need another shot?
No, Andrew was
I
like,
need another slice.
Andrew's like, yo,
need a slice.
I bought these for my boys. What are you doing?
Yeah, okay.
You're Pac-Manning them.
I was literally taking food off Andrew's table for his sons and stuffing it in my gullet.
He's like, so do I invoice you for like half the tray? Like,
yeah.
how does this work?
He had to get another pie before he left because he's like, I promised I would bring the boys home pizza. I never had it before. You'd had it before. You're a city kid.
I've had it before. But I never had it as a kid. Like, this is one of those things where it's like, yo, should we go on a little like food adventure? Like, let's go to Spumoni.
It's a date with the boys. Sure.
I'm sure a lot of people know this. The owner of Spumoni was murdered.
Yes.
Over his sauce recipe. Also some fucking, obviously like mob ties and shit.
Bro.
It was a sauced up hit. But
like our pants.
Yo, once again, we just fucking, it was Jimmy and Larry against the world.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
it's our vibe.
When we're at the Cloisters.
Oh, right.
With King Solomon. It was us against security.
We had the Oceans it. Yeah.
Exactly. We had to fucking Danny Ocean it. Oceans 2. Oceans 4, I guess.
Yeah.
Here it was us against the fucking All Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Where it was just like, you just kind of like, I think we were nervous.
We're not that self-conscious normally.
We were at first, but I think we got over it.
Well, I'm saying is that
you were drunk on pizza.
Yeah.
You also drank your wine in 30 seconds.
I crushed it, dude. I was crushing slices. I was fucking guzzling fucking red, guzzling the house red. I was blasting darts. I was having a great time. I mean, yo, when I hit the set, I'm going full photo shoot mode, bro. This is like my excuse to fucking really leave it all out on the fucking field on behalf of the squadron. And maybe that means, not leaving any food for Andrew's children. Maybe that means starting a fight with a Blue Lives Matter guy.
You leave it all on the table, except for the food. That is not
nice.
On the table.
There it is. But it was a fun day. It was freezing. Love the pics. Hopefully more of those will be coming out expeditiously once the rollout officially begins. And
even though it's 25 degrees, like it was a bit of a summer vibe.
We tried to reverse engineer it for sure.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when Spumoni,
you were in a T for half of it. Like, I don't even know how you fucking survived with your arms exposed.
That sucked. Also, I realized that I've not been like lotioning my arms for like 5 months.
I was actually, and it was funny because Andrew was like, "Oh damn, like you're looking good, dude," and I was like, "Yo, my boy does look like
to me."
Yeah, no, you looked. I mean, was that a child's medium white tee? What was it?
Yeah, it was a Bobby Schmedium. No, I like it oversized, but Lawrence,
you hit your push-ups before you left the crib.
I did obviously. Curls for the girls, squats for the thoughts. I don't know.
Squats for the thoughts.
Squats for the thoughts. There it is. Yeah, we're professionals.
Tries for the guys.
We know how to do this. When it comes to looking hard, blue stealing, that's all you. When it comes to like being the fun guys on set, that's all me.
And trying to create aspirational male friendship across, all mediums, whether they're audio or visual, if you pay $10 or $20, or if you're seeing it on IG for free. That's what we do.
When we eat, we want all the Throw Gang to eat, unless you're eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch full of shrimp tails.
Oh, nice.
Suck on this motherfucker.
Well done.
So everyone knows this story at this point. Like, this guy's getting canceled as we speak.
Yo, can I say that I thought canceling people was over, but the editor-in-chief of Teen Vogue, she got canceled.
Bro, and David Dobrik canceled.
Oh, well, I guess his is fine, I guess.
Well, I'm not passing judgment. I'm saying that he's canceled.
Is Jensen, by the way, the guy we're talking about, Jensen Karp, the only, and he's like a white rapper type, right? Like he's Kanye. Oh, what's his memoir?
Kanye owes me $300.
Yeah, whatever. Very fucking cool. To me, he strikes me as some like nerdcore type thing. But the reason that I knew that this guy existed is because when we were at Barstool, there was an interesting, not a rumor, but a fun story floating around that Roan was out of the office because he was at this guy, Jensen Karp's bachelor party. I guess
to Topanga.
Wait, what? Oh my God, you're right. It would have been him getting married to Topanga. So it's their bachelor party. They're clearly white rapper friends. And shout out Roan. Roan is cool. But
it's a small, tight-knit community.
But yeah, very, very tight-knit. And yo, John Mayer. That was the whole thing.
Oh,
John Mayer is boys with Jensen too. So it was Roan, Jensen Karp, and John Mayer. And we were like, yo, Roan, get Mayer on the pod. And then also, it didn't happen. But
also, Roan, watch your six, because if if that's your crew.
Yeah. But anyway, so this guy, everyone knows the story.
He found some shrimp cocktails, shrimp tails in his Cinnamon Toast Crunch, goat cereal, top 5, everyone's top 5. I'm still going to be munching on that shit.
Of course.
I guess what he did, which you and I wouldn't necessarily do, is that he made a whole big fucking stink out of it and like tried to send it back.
Why go public?
Tried to go public with it. My question for you, Lawrence, is, are you the type of person where, let's say like you order a steak medium rare and it comes like medium medium well done. Like, let's say you find a hair in your salad or a Band-Aid in your soup. Like, are you sending food? Are you sending food back? Are you that type of guy?
I will.
And why not?
I will. For me, first of all, as a dirtball scumbag grease goblin, the hair doesn't bother me. If the food tastes good, well, Band-Aid might be a bit. Band-Aid in soup is gross.
But hair's not gross. Like, why do people?
No, but
why is hair, which is such a common thing? Why is hair the one thing that people fixate on as like the most disgusting?
Because I think it's the most common. It's the most common kind of taint, how your food gets tainted at an establishment.
Yo, is it a taint hair? That's what you got to know.
Yeah, I would hope. But no, you got to wear a taint net. Everyone knows that's fucking policy, dude.
Remember in Road Trip when the chef?
Right. Yeah. or every scene in Waiting where they rub every item on their fucking on their taint. In Waiting, the movie, when they're like,
I haven't seen it,
with Ryan Gosling and Justin Long. No, Ryan Gosling with Justin Long and Ryan Reynolds. The movie about waiters. What, you never seen that?
No.
Oh my God.
Next for real. Remember those?
Anyway, that's neither here nor there. No, I don't care about hair at all. If it tastes good, it tastes good. If the steak comes overcooked or I don't like the food, I would never have the audacity, the gall to send it back, but I will complain to whoever I'm eating with and commiserate.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to send it back.
I'm just too much of a pussy.
Really?
Excuse me. Like,
did you ever work in the food industry?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a different perspective, because my wife always tells me that, because I think when I'm at a restaurant that I'm always being extremely polite, and even if I am like complaining, like I said, the commiserating, I'm going to do it like subtly off to the side, just to her, whatever. But her whole thing is like, she's like, you never worked in the food service industry, you don't know what it's like, and she holds that shit over me. So
what like there's hair everywhere? Like what is she?
No, I think it's just about me being, I don't know, maybe it's like a snob thing or just like complaining.
How does this, so my thing is one, I'm a pussy and I don't want to be that guy that everyone's like, oh shit, he sent his food back. Like,
like the whole restaurant?
Recently, like I had ordered a steak and it was like it was so rare. I got like medium rare, but it was so fucking rare.
Delicious.
It was like, no, this shit was not okay.
Like a ribeye, or what was it? Do you remember?
It was a whole thing where they're like, it was upstate, Phoenicia, near Phoenicia. And they were like, oh, like we cut these, we butcher the cows ourselves, whatever. Doesn't matter. The other thing is that I don't want to be responsible for some fucking, Guatemalan or El Salvadorian guy getting canned and losing his job and then getting deported because I was like upset about the fucking president, the temperature of the food.
You don't want to put that demon, on you. I get that.
Yeah, and it is tough and whatever. Like I'll just fucking take that L if it really comes to that. But like,
have you ever had a real gross experience like eating? Because like I can't honestly, outside of hair, I've never had a huge issue. I think I've mentioned once before that like I went to an Applebee's when I was younger, and instead of marinara sauce, I got like ketchup. So like whatever, that sucked, but that wasn't a big deal. And then the grossest thing I can remember is some kid at school lunch in like middle school, he found a tooth in his
adult or child.
It was like a piece of a tooth, but it was a tooth. And he found that in like a burrito that was like a school lunch thing. And that to me, that you gotta handle.
Yes.
But that's a tooth. So for me, I've never really had this.
Some kid in middle school found a roach in his like sandwich or some shit. But that was just like, yo, we're in a basement in New York. Like, of course there's roaches. I mean, he vomited like almost instantly.
You went to public school?
No. But it was in a basement in middle school.
That's New York for you.
Exactly.
Even the private schools.
We're by the water.
Yeah, the view's nice.
I mean, everyone's like, yo, like, what do you like? It's fine. Like, just get something else.
I don't bug out over here, and I'm sure
you don't bug out over bugs. Nice.
I mean, a bug would be. I would imagine that the audience at home. I think hair. I feel like you and I are just kind of gross.
Well. Also, I think, as a kid, like I would only go out to eat with my family. And my dad is one of those white guys in restaurants that's just like, I don't like, it's too noisy here. It's too close to like the waiter station. Can we like move to that table?
Really?
Or like,
I guess my dad is a white guy thing. My dad,
or he's like it's too, like, can we turn the music down? It's like too loud over here. Like we can't even hear each other talk. And he would like, oh, like the mashed potatoes are cold. Can you like go nuke them?
Well, cold is, I think that's fair.
But
I don't know.
What I'm saying is that, what I'm saying is that it's the reason why I don't like Curb Your Enthusiasm, because when I see Larry David just complaining about like the service industry, it's like this guy's a fucking,
it's full retard tingles for you, which I guess is the appeal of the show.
Yeah, me and my brother, like we always make fun of our dad now, and he's definitely like fucking mellowed out over the years, but like as he's like started to drink CBD. He was like, yo, don't tell your mother. I've been doing CBD.
What is he? The tincture? Like the
fucking know, man.
Your dad's doing CBD now? Does he smoke? Your parents smoke? My parents are narcs. They don't do, as we've established well in the pod.
My dad definitely did in like the 70s and 80s. He went to SUNY Oneonta, which is what's known as
Stonianta, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Cold cheese pizza.
You know the fucking vibes. Yeah. So anyway, if I'm the guy, if I'm Jensen Karp, and I find that, first of all, the weirder thing to me, the thing that is more alarming, I'll say, is actually if I'm him, putting myself in his shoes. It's not the shrimp tail thing. I'm literally being like, that's weird. We're throwing those away. We're going back to the matter at hand, which is facing a bowl of CT Crunch. It was the second bag, which being taped up is like, this was clearly tampered with.
Yeah.
Assuming that actually is the truth. And that to me is a little bit more like, you know, that then my mind's going all over the place where it's like, yo, the society that we live in, some motherfucker, you know, is beating off knowing that I'm eating, you know, the jizz is on the frost. The frosted mini wheats are jizzed on.
But even then,
that's the frost.
The one time I've like complained about food, and I'll just tell the story really quickly, is I was here in unnamed establishment here in Greenpoint, and I was eating a salad. A
great place that anyone would go to.
Yes, and I still continue to go there and order from there. Yeah, I got a salad, was like eating it at the bar just by myself. It was a weekday. I guess it was between like Snapchat and Def Jam. And I get a fucking rock in my salad. I'm just like, what?
Like a pebble or like
a little
stone?
Like a stone you would put like on a pot, like a succulent or like an aquarium.
So like a legitimate like rock.
Yeah, like a smooth brain pebble. And I was like, what the fuck? And I just like finished my salad, and I'm just like, I didn't make a whole stink out of it, but I was just like, hey, just so you're aware, there was a rock in my salad, and I'm not complaining, but it just in
salad
case,
has since been finished.
I was like, yeah, I finished the salad just in case there's some sort of like rock or gravel issue in the kitchen. I don't want someone to like crack their tooth on this and like sue you guys, or again, get this fucking probably undocumented human, you know, kicked out of the fucking country.
Deported. Sent to the fucking cages.
Abolish ICE.
Yeah.
Abolish rocks.
That is a classy way to handle it. What was their reaction?
They're like, oh my God, I'm so fucking sorry. And I felt instantly guilty because they like overreacted. They're like, here's 10 free drink tickets. Come use them whenever. They were sitting by in my foyer for like a year, 3 years now.
Yeah. They were expired.
We were like drinking. We were drinking at the park last summer, and I was like, "Yo, I got these drink tickets. Let me go to the spot." I was like, "Yo,
it's on me.
These still good?" And they're like, "Bro, it's a pandemic. Like, we're not gonna take your fucking free drink tickets. Support your local restaurants."
I do love that you were trying to finesse 3-year-old drink tickets in the middle of a fucking global pandemic. Yeah. So it's not that you're like a dickhead who's like grossed out by the littlest hair in your taco salad, but you are just a dickhead who wants free drinks.
Yeah, but I'm not like here's the difference between like me and you and this fucking carp fella, right? Is that we weren't like, yo, yes, everyone,
right?
Yo, restaurant, there's a fucking rock in my salad.
He kind of though was hedging against that. Well, he said it wasn't a bit, meaning like this isn't a joke. I'm not trying to go viral, but never do that publicly. Why do people put all their the oversharing economy is out of control, dude.
It's this whole fucking
relationships, fucking business shit. Like, what are you doing? I guess this is what we do for a living.
One of the reasons why people love Twitter and like talk about it being revolutionary is like the customer service aspect of it, where it's like, oh, you can connect directly with like your customers, right? So you see a lot with airlines specifically, especially where it's like, yo, at JetBlue, why is my flight delayed?
Shout out all the Big
minutes?
J journalists. You know, I know Big Cat and the PMT squad. They love that fucking complaining for like with airlines for sure is like a bit. I feel like this my thing is if you're gonna overshare, you better be getting paid to overshare. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna go on the timeline and do it for free. Get the fuck out of here.
Like what you're really hoping for there is that it does pick up steam, it does pick up virality, and that you become like a sensational story versus just being like, DM them. Go talk to a fucking ticket agent. Write an email versus being like, hey, or like period at Delta.
Yeah.
What's the deal with my fucking baggage? Like, stop being you think just because you have a blue check mark that you're going to be addressed before all of the hundreds of other people that are missing their bags.
What's crazy is that it was some poor, like the domino effect. It's some poor bastard eating shrimp on his lunch break at General Mills, right? And a little tail gets into the fucking cinnamon and sugar fucking batch. And then now this guy's canceled, right? Because of, like, you know, he's,
which, by the way,
because he's a gaslighter, you know? So it's like, I hope you're happy, Jensen Karp.
If they're paying shrimp cocktail for lunch wages at General Mills, we're in the wrong fucking business.
We are, dude.
Like,
with the taxes that we owe to, it might be time to eject. But yeah, fuck this guy. I honestly, yo, this is not, and I guess he had OCD, so he was like extra bugging out, and maybe, I mean, this is giving him way too much credit, but maybe sharing it publicly helped get some weight off of his shoulders or whatever. There was obviously some type of solace that Topanga could not provide, that he had to go to the general populace. But for me, I'm like, yo, if I find these two tails, these, by the way, delicious cinnamon and sugar coated tails,
all the shrimp, I got iodine poisoning.
Yeah, well, I eat so much CT Crunch, I got iodine poisoning, dude. But anyway, if you find these delicious little morsels, these treats,
you're welcome.
Straight from the fucking 5-star general himself, Mr. Mills. Yo, listen, push
General Mills.
Yo, toss those to the side. Honestly, a little treat for your dog if you got one, and then just get right back to the fucking cereal, dude.
That's a calcium boost. Guess what? You don't have to take your fucking calcium supplement that day. You're saving money.
That's a delicacy in certain cultures.
But
overreaction.
Calling brands out is a form of the actual pandemic that you and I are fucking crusaders against, which is cloud chasing.
Of course, the worst.
Right? And it's like, yo, if you're going to call a brand out, and if you're going to get sensational, if you're going to bring sensationalism to the run-of-the-mill customer service interaction, you better have your fucking life in order and not be a piece of shit, because guess what?
You better clean up that timeline, buddy.
And we're not innocent, but I'm just saying that if
you better send edible arrangements to every ex.
If you're trying to be like, yo, at United, why was there a penis in my fucking, chicken parm or whatever? Like, you better have no penises in your closet. That's all I'm saying.
Why was there an itty bitty shrimp dick in my chicken parm, and then now you're getting fucking canceled by every fucking girl you ever fucked over? Come on, man.
This guy does exist in this weird new realm of celebrity, which is like, you don't know him,
right?
But he somehow has like 300,000 Twitter followers.
I was gonna say he's popping,
like,
right? I didn't really look.
A successful podcast, a book deal, some fucking, he's like a writer on some show.
Of course,
it's this new realm of celebrity that is not like you just kind of fall into, you stumble into because, like, guess what, you're funny, or guess what, like the rage that you pent it up because some girl wouldn't fuck you at prom.
Okay,
is now your motivating chip on your shoulder that drives you to like rage tweet, and people like it resonates with them, and all of a sudden you're kind of like this like tertiary fame. You're not A-list, you're not a reality star, you're just like you're internet famous, right?
I think if you were to ask this guy, like, with now all of your exes coming out of the woodwork telling the world how much of a fucking scumbag you are, was it worth it to complain about the delicious shrimp tails that you found in your tampered with, double bagged, big boy version of CT Crunch? No, I mean, he clearly, if anything, Jensen Karp, thank you for being a statistic of what fucking not to do.
Yeah.
And
it's just kind of like, I don't know, like this guy was not built for this. This guy was not built for fame, right? He clearly was like, every time he ratcheted up a level in now notoriety,
it
seems like he used this to his own evil means.
His own evil ends.
And
also, what does this say about Topanga's taste in men? If this guy is such a fucking, so this guy's pickup line was kill yourself. That's like how he would meet
something
chicks.
like that. But I mean,
come on,
Topanga always had trash men. She loved that. She loved that fucking little twerp with the glasses.
Yeah, who that little weasel? What's that guy?
I think his name was Weasel. No,
I think he just looks like a weasel. But no, first of all, I never watched Boy Meets World, so I wasn't really like that. Wasn't what is that? Corey is the guy.
Corey, Sean, Topanga, Mr. Feeney.
Wait, Fred Savage, who
that was Wonder Years.
That's Wonder Years, and he's like a director and shit. Who's Corey? Was that another Savage?
Oh my God, I don't know.
They related?
No, I don't think so.
He's a fucking savage. Yeah, honestly, fuck this guy, and honestly, Topanga. Topanga, why don't you drop the zero, and get with a hero? Or
no, please don't. I can clearly.
She's still got it, dude. I'm not trying to sexualize.
Red flags abound, but
more than she's already been sexualized. But
this guy's just clearly like a member of this this tier.
You hate these kind of comedians. This is what you're talking about with Sudeikis. You hate these guys.
Do not give white nerds power, because they will just fucking abuse it. they feel like they've been victims of the world for however many years, like 25 years, and they just fucking use it and abuse it. And it, like, look at this striation of celebrity,
right?
Which is like alt comedian, podcaster, which is like, again, what we fall into.
Every guy who's been canceled, basically, is what we're talking about.
Yeah, who's like a writer, podcaster, Twitter personality.
If you're a bereaved white man with a lot of like pent up aggression and rage against the world, you kind of have like your career choices kind of can take two paths. You can become internet famous or you can become a mass shooter. That's kind of like there's no difference between them. That's
it's one or the other. Again, there's just value. There's infinite value in just shutting the fuck up sometimes.
Absolutely. You should be a crisis PR guy.
I've been saying this for years to DJ White Privilege, who did crisis PR. I was like, yo, there's a fucking market opportunity. Find the gaps and fill them with influencers, these people, when they start to get canceled.
Some people we know.
Don't try to dig your
TF curse.
Maybe guests on the pod before. Don't try to dig your way out of it. Here's what you do. All right, so this is Horny Jimmy Crisis PR.
this is okay.
LLC.
Let's do an act out. What's the scenario?
Not incorporated in New York City, De Blasio. Yeah. Get your fucking hands off.
Suck our dicks, Bill.
Taxes.
Wait, so what's that? So why are you getting canceled?
You're getting canceled.
Oh, I thought Horny Jimmy was getting canceled.
No, you're employing the services of Horny Jimmy.
Is Larry getting canceled? Or I'm some. I did blackface.
You did blackface.
Okay, sure.
And you tucked your top so hard that your penis popped out.
My penis popped out.
While like talking to like third graders.
Okay. So to be clear, I did blackface.
Again, someone clip this. Lawrence did blackface,
and my penis popped out the side of my pants
because you tucked too hard.
Right.
You were wearing the only fatigues that matter.
Right. Not these. Another pair of pants.
You're getting fucking hit left and right. Oh my god, this bastard, this racist.
Are my exes getting involved?
All your exes.
Oh no. What's your advice?
All two of them.
I'm coming to you. First of all, how much is this going to cost me?
$1 million.
Okay.
Or one pair of 316X throwing fits.
Wow, I see what you did there. Great market. Anyway, so what's your advice to me?
So, meanwhile, you haven't come to me immediately. You're like trying to dig your way out of it. You're like fucking slinging mud back. You're adding Chrissy Teigen, who's fucking shitting on you. Yeah. You do an apology video, but it's like one of those like fake like David Dobrik.
I'm crying apologies. Way too hard.
Give me your phone. This has a button on the home
screen. Come on, dude.
This is Chuck.
What is it? I got some text. Stop reading all of my text messages.
Bodie is collaborating with Michelle Obama.
Really?
Okay, well, this has a home button, so I don't think you can afford my services. But I'll give you a little break here.
That's what I like, dude.
I'm logging you out.
Oh, word.
I'm logging in.
I thought you were going to take the phone and like throw it over your shoulder.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not. Who did it? Mike Will made that. Mike Will made it. Did that to me.
Oh, yes, that's right. He did do that on Fashion Post. Did he break your phone?
No, I'm logging you out.
Okay.
You are not replying.
Never tweet.
Never tweet. You're never tweeting a single tweet.
I can't use IG either?
No.
Damn.
Not for 1 year. And guess what? You just go fucking live your life and you're going to be fine because you're a white male. You're a white
How do
influencer.
I enter back onto the timeline? Is there like a recommended re-entry program?
No, you just do it.
Oh, setting up so you can do your pee-pee poo-poo thing.
Okay, you tweeted pee pee poo poo joke, and then guess what? Like the world has moved onto 365 crises in the 1 year since you put on blackface,
right? Of which half are mass shootings and half are other scandals. And I thought you were gonna say say that the blackface is a pee pee or is a poo poo joke, and then that's how I can get out of it.
I'm not gonna say that because I want to get canceled. I guess like
sure, okay.
As our star rises, right? That's
what's happening because I feel like right now in real time we are crashing and burning. Right,
as our star rises, as our Patreon approaches thousands upon thousands upon thousands of Throw Gang members, as we continue to not NFT our fit pics,
right?
For a measly whatever the fuck, as we continue to hit number one.
Oh yeah, can I correct a misconception? We've been celebrating some recent number ones, most recently J.E. and before that Eddie Wong, and a lot of people have been very happy about that and have been graciously congratulating us, but this happens all the time. It's not people need to know that we just don't. We're trying
to toot our own horn.
We're taking credit for it more now so than we would have in the past because perception is reality, which is kind of like a great PR crisis. Fucking,
I just want to ask you, Lawrence. Like, do you think so? This guy Jensen Fart is not built for fame.
No.
are we built for fame? Could we handle being famous?
Fuck no, dude. You're not even famous now, and you're not even built for this.
What level of fame are we talking about? Are we talking about like?
Well, we're not. What do you think we're even? What is this now? What is even this?
This is below Jensen Karp. So
are we micro? Or we're above nano? We're micro.
We're micro penises. Could we handle Jensen Karp level of fame? Could we handle, let's just say, Jonah Hill level of fame?
Well, we absolutely could not handle Jonah Hill level of fame because we'll just immediately die of. Well, you would die of a pussy overdose, and I would die of any drug that just whatever. Just close your eyes and imagine some type of hard drug, and I will die of that overdose.
Fentanyl straight to the fucking heart.
Some fent, dude. Yeah, caviar and cocaine a little bit. You look like more like a fentanyl and fish sticks type of vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Fentanyl and shrimp tails.
Yeah, exactly. No, we couldn't handle. We can't even handle micro, dog. How the fuck do you think? First of all, Jensen Karp between action. I don't even know where he's at, but we can't handle that. No way. With that said, I would love to be more famous.
Seriously, do you actually not think that like if we were to like let's just say like I don't know, be on a fucking like Sean Evans level of fame, right? Could we?
Sean is probably more famous than Jensen Karp. No, absolutely. Sean is absolutely more famous than
absolutely. If we're on commercials, if we're getting recognized every day, you don't think that our behavior, or at least like our coping mechanisms, would change?
Well, I think the coping mechanisms for my from my familiarity with them, they're going to stay the same. I don't know. I think that at best, you and I are self-deprecating, and at worst, like the real ego does come out sometimes. And I just listen. Here's my answer to your question. My honest answer. I can't wait to find out. You know? And we'll go from there. Oh,
someone's buzzing.
The buzzer, you know what that means? This has been the only podcast that matters for our best friends behind. Really? What is this?
It's my doorbell.
Yeah, but who is it?
I don't know.
Why don't I take this out? We'll save. We have the chart. We should save the chart. Or do we want to talk? We should keep going.
Let's keep going.
Okay. Fuck it. Fuck it.
We have 2 more segments.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
We'll do the first of the 2 segments. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably a delivery from, I don't know, some cool brand.
Some super cool
that
brand.
wants to collaborate or send me a gallon of body wash.
Yeah, that was, there have been 2, well, this is the second of 2 deliveries. The first was you literally getting a gallon of body wash. See, what was the story there? It was a great body wash from from the upstate where you got the bad steak.
You know how, yes, exactly. You know how like we always ask people like, yo, how much money do you make? How much money would you like to make? Like what's like your cruising altitude? Obviously, we owe a lot of money to the government, so we're not there yet. We've spent we've overspent.
We're in the red right now. It's not good.
Throwing fits is in crazy debt to me.
Personally, we're fine. The company been a few oversights, some accounting oversights, and it's not doing great.
Well, what's good is that it's in the red. It's in the red to me. I'm not going to come and fucking break my own kneecaps, right?
Which would be hilarious. Jimmy and Larry get their kneecaps broken.
I'm not trying to fucking score off the vig or whatever the fuck.
Nailed it.
But no, stated
get whacked great. like Mr. Spumoni, dog,
bro. I mean, look, we're doing what we love.
Yes,
this is
it's all
enjoyable,
worth it, even though we're broke.
Even though we're fucking Is that a? That's a home button.
Shut the fuck up, dude. Listen, let me, this is some bullshit. I want this phone.
Your case is clean.
I just got it. Jenna just got me. Okay. She's like, oh, I got you like a green hunter. She's just, that's,
I have the same color. It's just
having the love of a good woman in your life one day.
Priceless.
One day you will understand the joy that brings. No, I want the home button. I want this phone. I want a better camera, but I don't want to do the non-home button thing. I'm not good with change, Jim.
Yeah, I can tell. Look, speaking of change, the way that kids value labor and work in 2021 has changed from when you and I were kids in the mid-90s.
What do you want to be when you grew up?
Shortstop for the New York Yankees.
Okay, that's pretty good.
That was it. And then that was it. Oh, or the owner of a chocolate factory / puppy sanctuary.
First of all,
which is literally what I said until I was like 20.
You do know that if the puppies got into the chocolate.
Oh yeah,
that's a bad business model, dude. Are you kidding me?
But then I cash off.
Oh no! All the puppies at the puppy sanctuary / chocolate factory are dead from chocolate poisoning.
And guess who?
You
fucking
idiot!
Cashes off the insurance.
Oh, and it's also crematorium/crematorium. And now we're cooking with fucking
literal
puppies. Yeah. What did I want to be? I think I wanted to be just like a fireman or some shit.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to be,
you go like
I wanted to
astronaut,
be
fireman,
a real
like-
fucking, I wanted to be a fireman eating a fucking grandma slice at Spumoni Gardens, calling some
fashion
podcaster a fucking fag right to his face under my breath, though, just to keep it a little bit classy because it is a family establishment.
There has been a fake chart making the rounds, first tweeted out by some VC investor guy.
Loser.
Who has a
some
Substack.
guy harassing Taylor Lorenz, I would imagine.
Yes, who has like 40,000 followers and probably, like is on Clubhouse with Gian and Jeff Carvalho and Virgil.
And 30,000 of the 40,000 are fake bots for sure.
Yeah, and the other 10,000 are just like QAnon incels. He tweeted out some, I guess this is a chart. I don't know what this is.
It looks like shit. It looks like it was made in Instagram stories. It's terrible.
Top 10 jobs kids want.
Can we go through? Let's start at the bottom and work our way up.
Right.
Let's do it.
Number 10, lawyers, 6.4%.
Okay.
Number 9, writer, 8.4%. Number 8, athlete/teacher. Same thing, apparently.
If you're a gym teacher.
11.9%.
Okay.
Number 7, TV presenter.
What?
12.45.
It's like a European, or that's on like a broad thing. Like we have like Ryan Seacrest.
Well, no, I'm sure it's like the people on like The Voice and like America's Got Talent.
Yo, that's when Danny Lomas was on the pod and he was talking about what he would as a child, what he wanted to be as far as his career. He talked about presenting. That seems like a UK thing. That's like your kind of like a personality or whatever.
Well,
but anyway,
maybe that's true because in the UK they have goofy spellings. Do they spell doctor with a U? Because number 6 is doctor with a U /nurse, 13.45. And 0.45 is like weird. That's
super specific.
0.45 has been the last, two. Right above it, filmmaker, 13.65.
It's a cool job.
Actor, 15.7%.
Yeah.
Musician /singer, 16%. Blogger/vlogger, 18.1%. YouTuber, number 1, 34.2%. Real quick, before we get into this, just like literally the spelling of doctor wrong, athlete/teacher.
It's not a
wrong.
thing. That's not a same job.
The fact that it's like, so it's 0.45, 0.45, 0.65, 0.7.
This is cooked, bro. The books are cooked on this. This is not real.
This is not real. Kids is not defined by like any age bracket.
Right.
This is fucking entirely made up. YouTuber there's no capital T. YouTube is like capital Y, capital T. This is
a YouTuber and a vlogger are the same thing too, and they kind of grouped vlogger with blogger. No kid says I want to be a blogger, bro. Blogging 10
I want to be a blogger.
10 years ago when I was an actual blogger, because you never considered yourself a blogger. You were an editor, right? That was as kind of like, as low as you would go. But no kid, I even was ashamed when I was blogging and loving it and loving life and feeling like I was making something of myself and chasing my dream. I was still ashamed to refer to myself as a blogger. And when we went to Barstool,
it's always pejorative.
And when we went to Barstool, it was insane to me that everybody there, and I don't know if it's still this way because Barstool has grown immensely since we had our IP ripped from our stone cold, stupid clutches.
From our stone hands.
Everyone was like, oh, I'm in their Twitter bio, Barstool blogger. And I was like, these motherfuckers walk around like wearing it as like a badge of pride. It was weird to me. And I feel like the only people that even call themselves bloggers at all anymore are like Barstool employees.
And they have a weird grasp of the word because they're like, oh, I did 6 blogs today.
Yeah.
A blog is like the entirety. A blog post is like the actual like, singularity.
Right.
I did 5 blogs. Yeah. Oh, I got to go do a blog. It's weird.
Yeah, that was always bizarre to me. And no kid in 2021, and obviously this is a Fugazi fake fucking chart. This guy did this for clout to go viral.
Well, he's like, oh, why don't we teach kids math? Why don't we teach kids science? Why don't we teach kids to invest? And all the responses were like, yo, bro, like, yeah, when you were 4, what the fuck? Do you want to be a VC?
Yeah, sorry, kids don't grow up dreaming of becoming nerds or fucking laborers or whatever. The fact that
Jensen Karp.
Yeah, exactly. Or or dudes that need Kanye to pay them back $300. I think that the YouTube, first of all, no podcasts are on here, which scares me, which means that we're not necessarily connecting with the youth like we might think.
We should,
despite your hardest TikTok integration efforts,
which are fire, by the way.
And thank you to everyone actually who's pandering to us super hard on TikTok. We see you.
That guy.
Really appreciate that. That guy rocked.
Sal.
Sal, whoever the fuck you are, no, you can't come on the podcast, but we appreciate your elite level turbo pandering. Yeah, of course, YouTuber and vlogger would definitely, if this was real, if there was a real list, that would be number one, because that's all kids do is consume YouTube.
But also, when we talked about that show,
Dobrik is more famous to a kid than
absolutely.
Then I don't know, not LeBron, I was gonna say, but like I don't know,
J.R. Smith.
Yeah, then J.R. Smith, which is listen, you know what? That's the problem with society. When did this become more important than this? And that is David Dobrik crying, and that is J.R. Smith drinking Henny in the club.
We live in a society. Yeah. That doc on HBO that we talked about, Fake Famous, it really is like kids.
Yes, exactly.
Kids aspire to be famous. And the way you get famous is through YouTube, vlogging, blogging, being a musician, singer, actor.
We need this guy to do a follow-up, like a tweet thread, and we'll just pay this guy because he's obviously like a fucking loser show. We got to have podcaster on here, bro. It's making us look bad.
Like, people got so upset about this, and really, like, why are you upset? This is fake. Doctor is misspelled.
Doctor is spelled wrong.
Do not even add up close.
I save lives. 100. I don't spell words. What do you want from me?
Come on. I vlog. I can't fucking spell.
The fact that this became a hilarious meme format that we unfortunately did not take advantage of, that was a missed opportunity. Hand up, that's on me. The fact that it was so easily like spoofed proves just how like it looks like shit. The chart with the fake numbers and the misspellings and the fake jobs, it's like completely bullshit. I don't even know why we're talking about this. Maybe because it's pretty funny.
Again, this just all goes back to everyone needs a fucking opinion. Everyone is clout chasing. Everyone just needs to shut the fuck up and only tweet pee-pee-poo-poo jokes.
If you've learned anything from this episode with our best friends behind the paywall
just coming to an end
of the only podcast that matters, it is two things. One is buy the pants. Absolutely. First order of business.
We owe so much money to the government.
We owe so much money to the city of New York. And again, we are extremely thirsty, and our family is parched to death. And then the second thing would be what was the second thing I was going to say? Chase your dreams.
Only tweet people.
Oh, never. Jokes. No, shut the fuck up. That's what it is.
There's value. There's value in shutting the fuck up. You don't have to send that text. You don't have to send that tweet. You don't have to get that opinion off. Nobody cares.
But take the fit pic and post a fit pic, because that is a creative outlet. And we respect.
Nobody cares about your opinion, and if people care about your opinion, then it's going to do you more harm than good. And then
start a podcast and get canceled like every other fucking white
man. You heard it here first, Chef. Before we get into the segments that we're going to read out and actually get canceled, please slap that motherfucking outro music.
April 1st, $198, 316.com. You know the fucking vibes.